Hello, and welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it, Life is Never Unfair. It Wants to Love You. Okay, what do I mean by that? Because people can say, but look at all the things that are happening in the world, or they're happening to me, or whatever you can think of. Okay. Life is all there is, and you are life. Not this separate entity apart from life. You are one with life. You are. That's what is also referred to as love. Okay? Now, right now, all that there is you, quote unquote you, watching this video or listening to this video. This is just life expressing as this specific or this moment, right? When you say, yeah, but look at the things that are happening in the world, I stop right there and I said, right now, life is trying to show you that it loves you, but the only thing that is not allowing you to have that direct experience is a thought, and the thought is taking you to that story, which is, look what is happening in the world, look what is happening to other people, or what is happening to me. But in reality, the only thing that is quote unquote happening, if I'm going to use that word, is that you're identified with thinking and consequently overlooking the fact that life is. Life is trying to love you, but thought gets in the way. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with thought. Thinking is practical for, worldly experiences, but it's not practical to be your master, your guide, your teacher. No. Thinking is, again, when an idea or inspiration comes to do something, well, the thinking helps to know exactly which steps to take, where to go. If I feel that I would like to eat something, thinking goes into, okay, the refrigerator is that box over there which I can open up, and then they might find ham and cheese and bread, make myself a sandwich. That's part of the thinking. But whatever drama that can come up, oh man, I'm hungry and I don't have a sandwich, God, I wish I had a sandwich, I could have a sandwich right now, but I don't have that, or I don't have enough money to do this, or whatever. All that stuff is thinking overshadowing the fact that you are. You see? And the mind can go with all sorts of arguments, but that means that I cannot help other people. Helping other people will happen very organically if it's supposed to happen, while you are simply being. And this beingness is life telling you, you see how much I love you? I love you so much that I'm giving you the peace, the happiness that right now you are always, except that when you go to the mind translates the present experience, or don't even translate the present experience. It takes you to a fantasy that's about possibilities of the future, and then you say, you see, life doesn't love me, because if life loved me, if I was loved, I would have this, I would have that, things would go this way. And life is saying, no, I love you so much. Look, right now, this is it. This is the peace that you are. This is the happiness that you are. And you think that I don't love you because the mind is telling you I don't love you because things are not going the way you think they should. But the things supposed to go in a particular way is not for the mind or for the consciousness or for love, it's for the person. When the person believed to be a separate entity feels need, feels lack, consequently it thinks that it needs other things, and these other things are not going to make him or her happy. These other things are thoughts that hasn't been questioned. You see? Right now, if you don't identify with any thoughts, what is left? Right now. Put it to the test. This is no theory. We're not talking about hypotheticals or anything. What is left if you don't identify with the thoughts? Even with the thoughts, look what's happening, I should do this, I should do whatever. Or why my life is the way it is. No, just your life is the way it is because it's life itself. My question is, what is left when you don't identify with any thoughts? If you don't believe them, let them be there. They will be there. That's fine. That's what they do. And even emotions, we can apply to emotions. If the emotions, let them be there. I was talking to a friend of mine. She was, oh man, I got all these emotions and everything. I said, yeah, let them be. That's fine. The problem is that you're trying to make sense with your mind. Well, the emotions happen, you know. Sometimes you'll sleep at night, sometimes you won't. Things will go in one way or another one, but if you don't let the mind, you know, if you don't let thought interpret any of that, they're just simply passing clouds. So right now, what is left when you don't identify with the content of the mind? See, that's the love I'm pointing to. No, but it doesn't feel like love. Love will feel when I have somebody in my arms and I feel, no, these are just sensations, feelings, emotions. That's not what I'm pointing to. What I'm pointing to is the peace, the love that is without understanding, the nature of your beingness. You see, but with the conceptual mind, you will never be able to get this, because the mind already have an idea of what love is. Love feels this way, you know. Peace feels this way. Happiness feels this way, and we confuse pleasure with happiness. We confuse peace with a temporary moment of tranquility. We confuse love with a sensation that, you know, get your butterflies in your stomach and even your sexual apparatus, you know, or desires and everything. But you see, it's more simpler than that. Right now you are. This is it. This is the love that we're seeking. This is the happiness, the peace that is so much thought, but we cannot see it because we're pursuing it, or we're trying to get that in accordance to what thought says it should be like. You know, thought feels this, love feels this way, peace feels this way, happiness feels this way, and yet you are. You can never negate the fact that you are. You are always being. See, that's life, that's love. In spite of whatever is moving, it doesn't matter. You always love, and life is trying to tell you, I love you so much. God, I wish you can see that I love you. Not that life is telling you, because you are alive, but within the context of this conversation, life is trying to love you, and the only thing that is not allowing you to experience the direct love, peace, happiness, joy that you are is a thought. That's all. So the human experience is duality, and consequently there are all kinds of thoughts. But what you are is beyond all of that. What you are is in which the seeming human experience seems to appear and disappear. But what you are remains. That's the invitation, you see. But the mind wants to hold on to a sense of identity and cannot see the obviousness of this, because it still wants to hang on to an idea of how life should be, or how should I feel, or who I am, and then he's trying to apply this to the character. This is not for the character. I'm not talking to you as a person. I'm not asking you to do this for you, the person, feel any different. I'm simply inviting you to see the obvious, and the obvious is right now life is. This is it. This is life. Don't identify with any thought. Don't believe any thoughts on what's left. What is left is life. Life happening. Yeah, but what if tomorrow? I don't know. There's no tomorrow. All that there is right now. See? That tomorrow is a thought. Because we're so used to trying to control life, we're so used to holding on to this sense of identity. I understand why this may seem to be very difficult, and yes, it's the most obvious. Right now, can you say you're not? Right now you are. You're being. This is it. You see? And the mind cannot grasp this. It's impossible, because it's its demise. You see, the mind doesn't want to be eliminated. So it needs to try to add this few cents. This is not for the mind. This is not for you to understand. Life is not to be understood. Life is to be lived. And life is doing it already. Life is being lived already. So it's not like you're living life. Life is living you. It's that the thought tells you I'm living life. But in reality, life is living you. Life is the one waking you up in the morning. Life is the one inspiring you to do or not to do. But the mind just gets a hold of it. You wake up in the morning and the mind says, I woke up in the morning. No, you didn't wake up in the morning. Waking up in the morning happened without your consent. And life happens without your consent. You see? And you are alive. And right now is life trying to tell you, I love you so much because I love myself. That's what life is. Life is loving itself. Except when the thought gets in the way. And the first thought that got in the way is the thought I person, I individual. You know? Make sure you watch the first video of this series. You know, the link is on the description so you can see where this message is pointing to. It's pointing to the obviousness of this. This is it. Life is you are, I am, and that's it. Well, this is inspiration that came through this instrument. I hope it served, and as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can be extended.